I really don't think a fall from that height, the flower's really going to
Make
have
any
mitigating
difference
effect
whatsoever.
I mean, I never actually thought about what incident are they is Cloud's inner Cloud referring to here, that you've fallen like this before and you only scraped your knees back then.
I have no idea what that's referring to.
Probably answered somewhere in one of the mini spin-offs, or Advent Children maybe, or
Dilly Dally Shilly Shally.
Crisis Core, or
definitely not in Crisis Core.
Or that thing with
I've recently played Crisis Core.
Really?
Yeah.
Again?
But no. I played it before I played it when the Reunion version came out on Steam.
Oh, I have no idea what that is. Okay.
So there's a PSP version.
Right.
And then they put out a PC version, and it's a lot better than the PSP version. They added a lot of quality of life stuff. So
did they get rid of the friggin'
No, they didn't get rid of slots, but they did make the slots better. It
just sounds like, while it might be a good game overall, just that mechanic alone just ruins the experience.
It almost did on the PSP version, but alright, so the slots still exist in the PC version, but, right, so, like, my problem was, like, what if the roulettes summon Ifrit when you're fighting a bunch of bombs, so all you do is just end up healing them, right?
Right.
In the PC version...
Sorry, I'm just kind of drawn to Eris's ass all of a sudden.
What do you mean all of a sudden? You were back in 97.
No, I can't say I ever noticed it until now. Anyway, I'm sorry.
But
get my mind off of that.
What happens is, so your slots control your summons as well as your limit breaks, right? And what the PC version does is once you like roll a limit break or summons, it
just sounds bad when you say that.
That's because it's bad.
Okay.
Like, it's not good.
Okay.
But when you achieve one, what it does is it stalks it onto the side of the screen, and you actually have to hit a button to confirm that you want to use it. And you can sit on a limit break and a summon at the same time. So you can, like, time when you want to use them, or even if you want to use them at all. So that one minor change makes the slots so much more tolerable.
There's kind of the opposite effect of what I said before, where it seems like one really bad mechanic that just kind of pervades throughout the whole game and ruins the experience, even if you might say that otherwise it's objectively a good game.
Yep.
It's kind of like the opposite effect of that with Earthbound. This is how I've always thought of it. There's so many little things that are just so unnecessary and annoying.
Yeah.
But somehow the experience overall is actually really great playing through Earthbound.
Yeah.
It just feels like such an adventure, and for that reason alone, just the experience of it is what makes it a good game overall. Otherwise, I think it would suck. Yeah, I'm just gonna be nice to everybody. I don't care who I end up dating at the end.
Alright. I mean, we've seen all the dates, so...
I never actually tried hard enough to get with Yuffie or Barrett. Is it supposed to be Yuffie? Because with the double Fs, I think like the rules of grammar say that the vowel preceding that should be short vowels, so it should be Yuffie.
It's Yuffie. They say Yuffie in Remake.
Anyway, so I never actually, even tried to go for that when playing through a game. So, but we did look it up one time. Just, thanks to YouTube, you can find anything on there. And I was just, we were so friggin' like stunned at how much of a dick Cloud is to her.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
I mean, I'm okay with that because it's Yuffie, and I hate Yuffie.
Yeah, even then, no, I had to feel sorry for her. I had to be on her side there. I had to. No.
Yeah, you don't have to. Alright. Geomancer stat. Most elements will be absorbed. Oh, she's got Runic. She's got Well, I mean, it's not runic in the sense that it's going to draw the magic away from other players. But, you know, if you're scared she's going to take a lot of damage, you can defend and maybe heal from it. Oh, hey, Reno.
Man, Reno and Rude were cool.
Yeah, they are. They're still really cool in Remake as well.
They get their asses beat all the time, but they're still awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, being a recurring boss can't help but. Is my HP restored? Sweet. Now let's put the good stuff on. Let's go.
Oh, you get it de-equipped everybody. That's good. You think if Aerith was like
really scared that
No, I was actually thinking like if this is a flower bed where she tends to flowers regularly, that she would have cleaned up all the loose boards around the flower bed by now. Maybe like straightened up some of the pews. Like this place looks like crap, and apparently she's been doing this a long time. You think she would have at least made some kind of effort?
I thought you were about to comment on the fact that she's kind of having a casual conversation about him being a bodyguard when the dude that she suspects is here to
is just like
do some kind of harm to her is right there.
Well, I know she knows that the Turks aren't going to hurt her. Like the Turks have been watching her since she was a child. Yeah,
I know, but just sounds wrong.
I mean,
especially when you know that Singh actually does have a crush on her. He seems way older.
I mean, they know she's a Cetra, so like that's the why.
Your mom's a Cetra.
Well, that's literally impossible because she's the last Cetra, or at least the last human Cetra.
Okay, even for hard mod, what are you guys gonna do? You're MPs. There'd have to be like 10 of you. Ding ding ding. Nah, gotta say, this music on some tracks just it loses its edge.
Look the way he stomps.
Huh? He didn't say that in the original. Oh, and don't step on the flowers like I just did. Do as I say, not as I do. Ooh, random battles in here. In church.
By the church.
On the bus by the school. By the who? Well,
yeah, they do fire.
Wouldn't hurt to try that out.
Geo stance on. And physically attacked. So if you defended with both of them,
yeah,
then they would have to proc something.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep defending on these guys.
Oh,
of course
they can't counter magic. Uh-oh.
They're doing all the physical attacks on there.
They wised up. Actually, it would be interesting if the AI was that smart to know not to do that.
Well, they say
maybe they cross slash.
The more I think about it, the more that attack looks dumb.
A cross slash?
Yeah.
It's the symbol. It's weird, right?
I always loved Eris's victory pose.
Eris Gainsborough. Yeah, this track does seem toned down a bit, doesn't it? It might be a little soon for that. Well, whatever. Oh, achievement for using a...
That is so dumb. That's like an achievement you cannot help but get. You would have to try so hard not to get it.
That would in fact be the achievement. Oh, they're immune to fire.
Well, it makes sense. They use fire. I guess.
Yeah, well, you just used fire. You're not immune.
How come I don't get to be immune?
If he gets up, we'll all get up. It'll be anarchy.
I said that one time at Dr. Pepper when the supervisor she was like, yeah, I'm going to cut out here early tonight, guys. Usually stays the whole shift like the rest of us. I was like, what? How come she gets to leave? If she leaves,
we'll
all leave. It'll be anarchy. And like one person laughed,
yeah.
So they got it.
Yeesh. I'm really feeling the money thing.
So am I. We did get a lot of little items though.
Yeah, like grenades and mirrors and curtains. That might add up.
Well, I mean, he has been ordered to come here and kidnap you, so I don't think he's just gonna give up just because you start running.
Also, doesn't like mastered materia like sell for a shit ton?
Yeah, I think so.
So you could just be slapping materia on, even if you're not intending to use it, in the like for the goal of just
Because I've been playing Rising of Evil so much.
Yeah.
And she fell down. I imagine her making the like the enemy sound, yeah, when you shoot them off a high spot.
The Ganado sound. Or that's just zombies. Well, technically they're all Ganado. Like, I don't know. It's like, I feel like they're slightly different when they're like the cultists versus the villagers, but they're not. I mean, they're mentally the same thing.
Yeah, I don't want to. Definitely not going to make Eris fight them by herself. Especially since I think that counts as being mean to her also, you know?
Yeah. Also, I don't think you gave her any materia.
Push the barrel. And wrong.
Oh.
Well, gonna have to do this legit.
That is not a soldier. And they're also regaining HP. Do they have life leech or regen? It's life leech. Oh no. How could
What is that? What is that from? Oh no!
Oh no!
I can't.
Oh, that's
I can't put my finger on it, but
that's Bill. Like the what is it? Bill. The hold on. I can find it.
Okay.
Mr. Bill.
No, that's not what I'm thinking about.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna have to use some grenades, like it or not.
That's money though, buddy.
Well, I'd rather not fight the boss again, so...
Yeah.
Because it was kind of annoying the way he kept turning around, like...
Well, maybe if you'd push the right barrel.
Maybe if you would get out of my life and shut up. Can I still... No.
Okay, talk.
Well, it ain't gonna happen because I pushed the barrel that was meant for that earlier. Yeah.
Wow. That did not go great.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah,
I like how you have to dramatize everything.
I'm not dramatizing. I'm just calling it what it is.
Is it just me, or can they just follow you and climb up through the roof too?
Just saying, you didn't hit a single soldier with the barrel.
Who gives a shit?
I'm not saying I care. I'm just saying that it is what it is.
It sounds like you do.
Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. Also, is that a giant mech helmet right here?
Oh yeah. With all those pipes in the back, I can't help but think of like a Big Daddy.
It's maybe like a very Big Daddy. Wee. Oh, you left her behind. Her hair is kind of clipping through her back and out her ass.
What do they call that again when like graphics sort of
Clip?
intertwine like that?
I think it's just clipping.
Haha, they shared a laugh together.
Cloud can laugh?
Yeah.
Some guy? You wouldn't mean Zach Fair, would you?
Also sounds like Cloud's already getting jealous. What? Some guy. Who? I demand to know.
Barrier, revive, nice. I mean, if you're not, you might as well put them in just a level, even if you're not intending on using them.
True.
Like, well, except.
Oh, I'm just wondering if the stats are.
Oh well, I mean, it is going to hurt. This. Can you imagine? Like, I have never played this game and ever cared about the equip effect, ever. I've never cared.
Well, I can't say there was one time when I really did. In the occasions where, like, the big summons would take off like 10% of your HP if you equipped them or something like that.
I was like, I'd rather have the summons, bro. It's a summons. Like, I'm gonna use Kajata, man.
Well, that was probably. I mean, that was probably just the only time I ever kind of waited out. Although generally, yeah, I did go with just, yeah, let's do big summons.
Like Kajata was always been one of my favorite. Which is why, in Arc Aerith, one of Serena's spells is in fact Kajata.
They're like, that's gonna be the name of like the ultimate attack in the game,
yeah.
Actually done by a literal god. I'm like, okay,
because
that sounds like it.
And I like how I tried to weave in all 4 elements, because the animation has your fire, lightning, and ice like graphics, but it does earth damage.
You know, actually, I don't remember what brought me there, but I was just looking through like all the folders of all the data, all the images and little things pertaining to the website that you had.
Culmination of 10 years of content.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I remember because I've been thinking I'd had it in the back of my mind to try out like those AI writers for a while. Like, you put in a description of a story and they'll write it for you. I was like, let's make some Arc Era stories. So, eventually I'm going to use that for porn.
Oh, right,
but anyway.
Right. Of course.
So I don't know. I just started looking through those folders for ideas or something. And now that I think about it, actually, let's see what we can sell. No, I definitely ain't selling that.
Enemy away.
Wait.
You have that?
Gil remaining. Wait, what is Gil? Does that mean I can sell it for 30k right now?
Price through AP, price for master? That's not Gil. Also, when did you get enemy away? Just now?
Yeah, just now. It was like on the streets right before I walked into the residential.
Maybe go area. Save first before.
I did just save. So.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So to lower the encounter rate, they'll give you 30,000 gil, or to give up lowering the encounter rate.
Well, it already was master because you can't really level up any enemy.
Yeah,
I just now realized that. Well, you know what? I'm taking a chance.
Well, I mean,
with that, because there might be some difficult areas that's better just to try to get. But I'm gonna make.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a separate file just in case I feel we need to go back.
That's like a lot of money.
Yeah, watch everything from here on out. Where like each sword will be like 10,000 all of a sudden, or where I can maybe buy like a few extra weapons and pieces of armor, and that's it.
No, of course.
Fire. Oh, forgot. No can do on that.
No can do can. More like Hadoukan't. Now, do you have to do just enough level 1s to get to level 2, or do you have to...
I'm guessing it's still to have to kill like 80 enemies with that character.
Yeah. Well, it's yeah, alright, so it's for your 2 level 1s, it's... To get your second one, it's use that one 4 times, but to get your level 2, it's 80 enemies.
I think it's...
Or is it either or?
Either or. What do you mean?
Like, whatever comes first. Either you kill 80 enemies, or...
No, it's like, to get your second limit break in the set, use that first limit break 8 times.
Yep.
Then to get to a new set, get to a new level completely, or a new set, kill 80 enemies.
Right.
That character.
Gotcha.
I don't think it... I really don't think it was either or. I mean, I really don't.
I mean, that's the kind of thing I never, like, committed to memory, because it's just like, play the game, you know?
No, that was something I kept in mind often, because I had a fetish for, like, getting new limit breaks, even though, again, the original game is pretty dang easy, and it's not like I needed to. But, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I paid particular attention to that part. So it's like when I got to when I needed to kill 80 enemies to get to the next level, I made sure to like put
counting
the all materia,
yep.
you know, and summons and stuff like that to, you know, kill multiple enemies easily.
Yep.
Get to that faster. Wow, that's all worthless. And you know what? This sounds like it might actually be good to have.
Get careful with that money, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to get greedy, but in a pinch. Of those might be good.
I mean, I know you're flush with cash now because you sold mastered materia, but...
Ruff. Okay, already visited all these places. Giant TV. This is like by far
it will be
the prettiest
nice.
Area in all of Midgar, and it all belongs to Eris. And somehow, I mean, it's so noticeable.
What enemy skull is here? Morph? Oh,
how
Lord.
have they never?
Is that?
How have they never found Eris here?
I don't know. You
oh.
in trouble?
Yeah, I was a little bit. I know eventually I'm going to sail over that first one. It's just going to happen. I'm home, adopted mom. Not in front of strangers, sweetie. And it's nice to be able to see better what Elmira looks like. And she looks like she could be Eris's sister, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, aside from, like, Bugenhagen, or Bugenhagen, whichever, everybody looks young. Literally everyone looks young.
I don't know. Oh, well, you mean in this version. But, like, in the original, nah, I'd say Elmira looked at least 40. No way, man. I mean, technically, I'm not lying.
That's
because I'm oblivious to Tifa completely. Because I'm an idiot. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. I'm married, dude, so I'm, like, too good to be lusting after game babes. Don't be a stupid, like, nerdy incel. Drag me into this. It's for weird perverts like you with your Dakimakura collection and...
That guy is a real piece of work.
It really is. I mean, we don't mean it as a compliment, but it is something.
I don't think that piece of work line has ever been used as a compliment.
No, I actually think that the villain in Cliffhanger meant it in a good way, a begrudging way. But when he said to Sylvester Stallone's character, well, I must admit you're a real piece of work, because he was the only one left alive.
Yeah. No, no. I retract my statement.
Well, I must admit you're a real piece of work. He was definitely begrudging, but he was nevertheless saying, you know, even for a mountain climber,
you're good.
You're good. You got all my guys down to me.
Look what she's cooking in the kitchen. I love me a big old bowl of yellow.
This is a really freaking nice house, too.
Yeah, considering this is a house in the slums.
And I figured, like, pretty much all of Midgar is, like, a slummish type environment, except for, like, only like, the higher-ups in the Shimmer Company who live in... Like, they got all... The rich, like, got all the friggin' money.
Yeah.
And the poor are absolutely
destitute.
Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. But no, this is like a excellent house. Like... Oh, man.
I got a chick flirting with me. Wants me to be her bodyguard. What do I do?
Interrobang?
Huh?
Oh, well, it's just what I think whenever I see exclamation mark, question mark, because somebody...
Is that what that's called?
Well,
Interrobang?
No, somebody combined the two into one character.
Yeah.
So it's like a question mark with an exclamation mark on top of it, but they share the dot, and the creator called that the interrobang. So it's a new punctuation that makes it so you don't have to type a question mark and an exclamation mark and use multiple punctuations for a sentence. It's stupid, but it's funny, and I like it.
Okay, Cloud's like 16 in this flashback, I think, and she's telling him to settle down. I'm sorry, was Cloud like...
Mom! Like...
Was Cloud like a man whore before this as an adolescent? I especially find that hard to believe with him.
Yeah.
Like an allusion to Eris, because she's actually older. Somebody I worked with at Dr. Pepper told me that once. She goes, Will, need an older woman who can teach you. I was like, teach me?
But she'd have to
Are you going with that? Where I think you're going with that. She goes, oh yeah.
Where's Cloud's arm?
Oh, it's like.
Oh, it's over his chest. Okay.
Yeah, the black glove was kind of.
Yeah. It looks like his arm was just severed.
I can't believe I actually just found that
immediately.
Because usually I'm the one that's like, oh, wait, this looks funny. What's going on?
You made a rustle. You're rustling out there.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah.
You can't run. What's going on? That's a nice rug that it was tailor-made to fit that specific room. Yo, Aerith living in a real nice house, man.
Yeah. And I like how she's just sitting awake, just waiting to see if she can hear me try to sneak out.
She's just sitting there listening.
Let's be honest, guys. If the gender roles were reversed there, you would at least comment that it was super creepy. You might not necessarily make the biggest deal out of it, but...
You can run now.
In like also, the same way that Anita Sarkeesian would have, but...
Oh, Lord.
No, even so, like I said, I mean, when I heard about like all the death threats and stuff she was getting, no, that was just like way overkill.
Yeah, it is overkill.
That is never...
But that is all the internet does is like go overboard with literally everything.
Yeah, I was like, I totally disagreed with her. I mean, maybe I agreed on like 10% of her points, but thought she was still making too big a fuss.
But even she does not deserve death threats.
But even so, the clapback that was way more offensive than anything she said.
Mm-hmm. Also, how did you get out here? You were in your room.
Teleported.
She's got like Michael Myers teleportation.
I don't think Michael Myers ever did really teleport.
Jason Voorhees. My bad.
And even then,
it's Hell House.
Even then, that was only in like yeah, I always thought this enemy was really dumb. It's like, but no wonder nobody ever tries to venture between here and Sector 6 because they don't want to.
They don't have to fight Hell House. Ooh, that's not so bad. Kia. Oh.
You know what? Deathblow misses too much, and I'm unequipping that ain't.
Well, no, don't unequip it unless you have something to replace it with. Because if you can master it, you can sell it for a shit ton of money.
That's why
I really feel like mastering. Like I have an idea that just like something you always keep on you, like all materia. If every time you master it and a new one is born, put on the new one, sell the mastered one.
Shing. I like how it makes a different sound when they vanish, die.
Oh, no items.
Shing.
It'd be nice whenever steel becomes mugged, so you can actually start more reliably like trying to steal stuff. Nice. That was very little MP too. Whoa, so close. Doot doot. Yes, she can handle Hell House.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of just came from there. I don't know, I don't remember ever really choosing go on alone, and so I couldn't... It's like you were telling her, like, go away, leave me alone.
You can use I've noticed the way you're walking, you can use the left analog stick if you prefer.
Nah, I feel comfortable with this, even though I am kind of bumbling about.
Yeah, I can see. That's why I brought it up.
I really never know when I'm gonna feel better using the analog or D-pad for it. It really depends on the game. I don't know what it is.
Ow, that's bright. Stop game with the flash banging.
You said bang.
It's like I can audibly hear the high pitched trilling like earring sound whenever a flash grenade goes off.
Ding.
Yeah, that.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, that's why I save up all the flash grenades. Well, you're gonna see. I'm gonna upload it.
Yeah.
This time in HD.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you got that figured out, dude.
It was so stupid. I don't even want to say.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just glad it's fixed.
Because again, it had nothing to do with me rendering it that way. Like, they were in, 720 or 1080 when I played them back on my computer, but uploading it to YouTube is what takes it down to 360 or 480.
Ugh.
And especially in those games, especially with all the fog in Rising of Evil,
Yeah.
I went back and looked at my first playthrough
It's
from like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was so hard to see anything. Like, it was super blocky. I mean, it made me think it was more like 240, if not 120p.
That used to be how videos went up back in the day.
Yeah.
Maneki Neko. You actually tell it's a cat.
Oh, that's actually the person from CF Singles who I met on my way back home from my last stop.
Went by the name Maneki Neko.
No, it just reminded me of her avatar when she first came on. It was of like a cat girl in a maid outfit making this pose.
Oh, gotcha.
So we always joked about that because she's actually like in her 50s. So you would have thought it was like a really young girl or something who likes to have a...
Oh, you should never assume anybody looks like their avatar.
Yeah.
Well, I can't believe that is actually installed and intentional in here.
But yeah, so I met Sampa at a town called Chesterton, Indiana. It's like right on the southern tip of Lake Michigan. So there's a place there where you can actually do like a climb over 3 humongous sandy dunes, and it's actually much more taxing than you would imagine. I was like, when she asked me if I want to go along with that, because she's really into exercising. She used to be in the military and everything.
Yeah.
And so I was like, 1.5 miles? Oh, that sounds like nothing. Yeah, over flat ground is nothing.
But we're talking about... I hate the sand.
So luckily, like, the only preparation I did was, like, was sure to wear, like, something light in color.
Yep.
In case the sun...
absorb sun.
And use my steel-toed shoes because I figured that would be a good defense against the sand. But no, she had to take care of everything else for me. She was practically like my mom.
There
I ain't
you
gonna
go.
lie. But yeah, we hiked together, talked about our memories on CF Singles over the years and everything. Then we went out to eat, and then that evening I started on my way home.
Nice. Cool.
12-hour drive.
That's not cool. That's terrible.
And it was very nice of her. She sure enough posted up in like the main hangout thread of the singles community saying, yeah, I met Mr. Knight in
Mr.
person.
Knight.
And I must say, he is truly a gentleman. I was like, well, thank you.
Thank you for the vote of
Yeah,
confidence.
giving
Not,
me-
I have proof.
Yeah.
There are receipts.
Because the first thing she knows was that I said, yes, ma'am, in response to her. She goes, so you really are from the South. That's Southern politeness. I'm like, well, actually, from my experience, if you take out all like the honorary terms and stuff like that, like ma'am and sir, from my experience in the North this past week and a half, I would say you guys are more polite. Mostly because I think of Southerns as like notoriously conservative.
Yeah.
The type that's like, I don't care if I offend anybody no matter what I say, so I'm just going to be a dick. It's my freedom.
You gotta remember, conservatives, all their terminology that does sound respectful is often like a veiled insult. Like, bless your heart.
I don't know about that. I've had people say that to me before, and I didn't think they were being patronizing or condescending in any way.
All right. Well, at least.
But thanks for making me like paranoid. Oh, all that time, did I think this person was being nice to me when they? And now you're gonna have me thinking about all those times.
At least you can see this.
I just love how Mithril Armlet has the lowest defense.
It's magic.
And yet it protected Frodo from like a stab by from a spear wielded by a humongous cave troll in Lord of the Rings. Like completely protected it, even though the troll was like, you could tell he was like trying to jam it in. He's like, what? It's not.
Still knocked the wind out of him.
Well, it should at least do that.
You're not hot. Get out of here.
Eris is with you though, so what the deuce? I mean, I really gotta say, I really loved Eris's look in Remake.
Does that say machine and gun? Is that an ampersand?
Yes.
It's not machine gun, it's machine and gun. Ooh, that's less materia.
Oh, it sure enough is.
So at least definitely keep steel somewhere, because Mug is probably going to be very useful. Or don't. I'm not your mom. Oh, look at all the people chatter.
Yeah. It's a nice addition.
Yeah.
I really did not want to see that dude's, I gotta go to the bathroom dance in
like
more detail.
He's really reaching under there, isn't he?
I really did not want to see that. I admit, I didn't hear about this, when I read like through the player's guide, I think a little bit.
Yep.
But now that I think about it, probably wasn't before my first rental. It was a little bit after, and I actually read all the way through, so I knew what was happening in advance. I was a whore for reading Nintendo Power and Player's Guide.
Oh no, that shit was great back in the day, brother.
But I read it through long before I finished the game. But I wasn't prepared for all the vulgarity,
Yeah.
Especially all the swearing mostly on Barrett's part.
Yeah.
And also the whole thing you do in Walmart here, cross-dressing, going to to put it in polite terms, a house of ill repute. I don't think I've ever heard that term before. I guess that's like the male equivalent of debutante.
I guess so, yeah.
Dilettante?
Dilettante, yeah. It's Corneo, by the way. I've always said Corneo.
I've always said that too.
Yeah, but in Remake they say Corneo.
I have to admit Corneo does sound better, but I'm used to saying Corneo.
Yeah.
So
it is interesting, playing Remake and it being fully voice acted, so you actually hear the way everybody actually pronounces everything.
You know what? I'm gonna pretend to be morally superior to Johnny.
Johnny has a big part to play in both one and two.
I did like that they brought out minor characters more.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Johnny comes back in Rebirth as well.
Oh really?
Yeah. They put Johnny in Costa del Sol. He's got a hotel he's running in Costa del Sol. And you do side quests for him and shit. It's funny. And he's all like, "Yeah, bro."
And I can't believe I never thought of this before, but I'm wondering if he was outside that hotel, trying to get the courage to get in because he heard Tifa's going to be there.
Oh yeah, he's got a huge thing for Tifa.
It being Tifa, it's obvious you like her, so he's like, "Oh my gosh, this could be my chance to actually score with the most eligible bachelorette in all of Midgard." No offense, Eris.
That's... Fuck you.
She does kind of look like she's in a stance right now. Where
and she just turns to the camera, breaks the fourth wall, and curses at you. There is this one comic that I always liked, and it shows... It's Tifa and Aerith talking, right?
Right.
And Tifa's like, "Hey, Aerith, I need you to swear." And she goes... And she excitedly goes, "Fuck!" and Tifa does that thing where she like holds her hands together and like closes her eyes. She's like, I meant promise. Just like that face of exasperation. I need you to swear. Fuck. That's great. That's great. That's a great little bit. Yeah. I like that bit.
It is. I'm picturing it quite well. All right. Well, time to dress up as a girl.
Cross dress.
I actually don't remember off the bat where to go first, but shouldn't take long.
For all the crap that games seem to get these days, especially from seemingly the right, you don't hear a whole lot about the cross-dressing scene in FF7. People. I feel like nowadays, like the right would absolutely just lose their shit. It's like, oh.
In a way, I kind of think, if anything, that shouldn't be offensive as so much. I mean, if they're gonna get offended by anything in this game, it should be more about the fact that Don Corneo is like a sexual predator.
Yeah, no, absolutely, that is absolutely not okay.
But I mean, at the same time, it's like this game. I don't think it's trying to say it's okay to be like that, but it is kind of playing it for laughs. I think.
Yeah, it's making light of it, I believe.
All right, where's that? Is he up in here?
Up in here. Up in here.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, there he is.
No, that's the guy that like.
Well, I mean, you have to do something for him, anyways. I can't remember what for.
I think he gives you the tiara or something. Like, hey, find out what's in that vending machine. I hear it's adult stuff. And it's probably just like condoms.
Yeah, like.
So. I mean, I admit, I'm not too keen on coming across them in public. I'm just kind of like, ugh, keep that to yourself. But at the same time,
like, whatever.
It's not a big deal.
It's. Those are good. They serve a purpose. Of someone being responsible. There's a sign of responsibility.
I just wish they weren't in the same place where I gotta like freaking go to the bathroom. Something seems gross about that. But you know me and my quirks.
Yeah.
About cleanliness and anything sexual. It's like, I don't think you should mix anything with sex. Really anything at all. Except, for God's sakes, just be hygienic.
It's funny. Do you know much about Fallout?
No.
Okay, cool. Then you'll absolutely love this. In Fallout 3, at the very beginning, it's post-apocalyptic, which, by the way, that's not a thing, and I'll explain that in a minute. And it's a post-apocalyptic landscape where, it's all irradiated, and it's like after dealing with Fallout, and hence the name of the game. And
wait, sorry. What did you mean by it's not a thing? What were you referring to? I didn't.
The apocalypse. If an apocalyptic.
Oh, okay.
If an apocalyptic scenario happens, it means that it destroyed the world, right? That is the definition of an apocalypse, is something that is world-ending, right? If life can still exist, if even sparingly few humans live and are able to like recover or eventually like repopulate, then it was not an apocalyptic event because they survived. It's only considered apocalyptic if everything dies.
A very detailed page on TV tropes detailing like the classes of when people use the term apocalypse or Armageddon. Stuff to like just, kind of ruins human society as a whole, and it might take a while to come back from that, but everybody's still alive, the planet's still there, all the way up to like complete omnicide of all existence, all universes, parallel universes, dimensions, everywhere. Truly nothing exists. I'm like, wow, that's a very depressing thought, that if that could ever happen.
Also speaking of words,
in fact, if it ever happened in fiction, whoa, I would be kind of taken aback like that if they ever went that far.
Yeah, but also speaking about weird words, being electrocuted. You're like, oh, you get shocked. You're like, it electrocuted me. No, Electrocuted is a portmanteau of electrified and executed. Electrocuted means you were killed by electricity. If you were electrocuted, you were no longer alive. If you lived, you were just shocked.
Okay. You're really a stickler for the details, ain't you?
Well, no, I don't actually care about this.
I know.
I actually talked about this with Jeremy, and he makes the point that, like, that might be what it used to mean, but, like, with the way language evolves, that's not what it means anymore. Like, that's just, you know, and I agree with that. Like, you know, it's kind of like how Band-Aid is no longer a brand; it is a thing, right? Like,
Yep.
But yeah, whatever.
I remember, like, and I realized you were doing it pretty much jokingly.
Yeah.
I remember the fuss you used to make, probably like when we were 18, 19, 20, about, like, why is it called having sex? It should be sexing.
Yes, because sex is a verb. It's a verb. You do that. You don't have run.
Like, why do you say have sex like you can take possession of it? I don't know how I remember this, and it's kind of sad that I do, but I think the best dress was soft and shimmers. It gives you the silk dress.
Okay, cool. But yeah, anyways, going back to Fallout, right? Post-apocalyptic. Everything has been, like, mutated by radiation or whatever, right? And one of the first things you do is save someone's mom who's being attacked by roaches that are about the size of a small dog. And you save her from these. And this is a game.
You know what? I don't want to hear anymore. I don't need the nightmare fuel.
No, it's not. It's not going to get any more nightmares. It's going to get gross, right?
Well, I don't want that either.
You kill the roaches, and this is a shooty looty game, right?
Shut up.
So
Shut up.
you can loot the corpses.
Quiet.
I actually like the art in the boxing ring. Now that you can see it way more clearly, that's cool. So dude flexing, he's flexing real hard.
Is he like bumping his fists together?
Yeah,
his own
yeah.
fists?
Well, I mean, he's not bumping; he's flexing. He's like doing this. It's like going.
I was like, okay, I thought he was doing the same pose that I did that one time where, like, if it was like, had to do like a kind of strike a anime power pose of some sort before.
All right, come on, we got to get picked by Don Corneo.
I actually think it was like a very specific. You could not deviate from this at all. You had to pick all 5 right items.
Yep.
And they were just to overall more or less get a mid-tier kind of setup in order to get Eris picked. And I only did that once. And I kind of felt bad for it looking back on it because it's like Tifa's more the one that can handle that kind of thing,
She's
you know?
definitely, like, less...
And Eris is just so much more...
like, innocent.
Yeah. She was probably scared of that guy before you busted in.
Rightfully so.
Before you busted in, you know, to...
Alright, I don't remember what the buttons were. Oh, you got it.
Whoop. I'm gonna win.
Is this practice or for real?
No, it's for real.
They actually put this in Remake as well.
I don't remember that part.
You didn't get that far, I don't think.
No, I did.
Did you?
I got to the Shimmer building.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's actually pretty far through the game. I'm mad. I'm so mad. Boom!
Big Bro's fist of steel cut to the bone. I wonder if she actually punched him with brass knuckles. That'd be kind of messed up. Alright, what was left? I got the tiara, oh, actually no, I don't think I went back to that guy yet.
To the right, well, up and to the right.
No, it wasn't at the machine gun shop.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was, yeah.
Machine and gun.
Machine and gun. Yeah, there it is. That is.
I forgot about that's not a compliment.
No, that's.
Even if you add a good looking in front of it, it just sounds. Oh, maybe I did go to him already. Whatever.
All right. Well, I mean, you can check your key items and see what you're missing. Key items. We
Yeah, got the
dressing,
diamond tiara already.
Tiara, wig, and. Hello. Whoa.
Hey, what's this?
Oh, a tent. The tents are 500 dirty bomb.
It just doesn't seem worth it, except for maybe against an enemy like Hell House, with just that much HP.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna not.
Well, I mean, you know, money's going to dry up real quick, so. Oh, how many tents did we have? 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Haven't even used one yet, I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you can go, like, I would say, at least for hard mode, like, unless it's obvious you're just out of resources, like, attempt it without using a tent, and if you die, then tent up and ruin. See if you can't conserve a few that way.
Okay, I know we have to go to the hotel, but we have to, like, take care of that guy. Well, we don't have to, actually. I could go there with just the wig and the dress. So, you know what? I'm gonna skip that part. Let's just do the weird goings-on here at this brothel. I said that with an F. I don't know why.
Brothel?
Yeah. I like how all these guys are so freaking nervous, just standing out here just wondering if they should go in.
Yeah.
And actually get laid. It's like the fact that you came here at all makes me think that you have the nerve for it. Why is it suddenly...
Oh, Johnny.
What kind of guy are you? Oh, wait, I think it's this guy. Yeah. Didn't he? No? I thought he was supposed to give me the membership card to go in. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go. And come to think, let's call that an episode.
All right.
Take a break.
Oh, you almost did it. You almost did it.
Yeah. All right, later, guys.
Later, bye.